This episode of Sportsmans News Television is brought to you by the Sportsmans News Pro Membership Sweepstakes, where everyone hunts and fishes like the pros. Sitka Gear, Browning, Outdoor Edge Knives, Alps Outdoors, and Sportsman's Warehouse.
This is the American bison. This is an absolute giant right here. This guy scores 120 inches. He's booning crockett all day long. And if you haven't ever thought about hunting a bison, it's something that's pretty special. It's actually realistically probably the most special hunt that I've ever had an opportunity to go do. I've had an opportunity to do it both on a free range hunt, drawing a once in a lifetime tag here in the state of Utah. And after I saw what it had done and how I felt about being able to hunt a bison, this was something I definitely wanted to have for the pro membership sweepstakes. Steve Chavez down at Rancho de Chavez in New Mexico has a monster ranch down there. It's low fence. The first time we went down to check this place out, I said, I just want to shoot a cow because I'd already killed a bull on the Book Cliffs. I love the meat. The meat is some of the most phenomenal that you've ever imagined, and wish I could hunt them each and every year. And this is the caliber of bull we want every one of our winners to be able to do. These are, 2, 3, 4 day type of hunt down there. It's very social. We have a great lodge, great place to take your wife, good fine dining, beautiful terrain, and it's done in February, March time frame, so the weather's manageable. It's a good time to get out of the snow and the cold. But got to go shoot a cow bison the first time when we were down there and evaluate that. And Steve said, as long as you guys want to buy one of these trips, we're going to let you. So we're committed each and every year to do that. More importantly, you get to shoot a piece of American heritage, and you're also going to be able to fill the freezer with some great organic meat, and we're going to have a great time. We're going to get a show with you for the Sportsman's News Pro Membership Sweepstakes. I never got as emotional in my life as I did when we harvested my first bison. So I knew I wanted to have that for our members. This was my great-grandfather's gun. It's been in our family for over 100 years. So when I got to go do this hunt for the first time personally, I was taking that Winchester Model 94 32 Special. It is truly one of the most prestigious places. Traditional Mexican type of fine, outstanding 5-star lodge. The only outfitter I've ever been to in my life that actually has a Picasso in their wine tasting room, let alone a wine tasting room.
The house was built by Edmund Ball, the Ball family, about over 50 years ago, and I can tell you what, they did a great job on this house. And we changed it up a little bit, put our own little flair, but we kept the footprint the same, and we expanded on it a bit, modernized it, and we added this porch right here where you can see the back of the Sandia Mountains. You can see the vistas and everything in the back. I mean, really, really love the place.
When we hunt these things here at Rancho de Chavez, it's about 18,000 private acres. It's rolling hills and coulees. I'd say it's pretty flat, so it's physically not a tough hunt for anybody. We're hunting in trucks, side-by-sides, and that type of stuff. Those 20 or 30, 40 animals in a herd and get down in a draw, you can't see them. So you got to find something with some altitude, whether it's a windmill, climb up on one of the knobs, and spend some time behind the optics to try to find the one you want to hunt.
I really loved those animals, just to see them walk through the brush, the cactus, and see how magnificent they are. And I fell in love with them, so I had to have them.
We just had the idea we wanted to shoot a bison, and of course we wanted to try to go traditional as we could. Had a great friend of mine build a beautiful sheath for it. It's a single shot, but it's definitely an old breech loader. It's the replica Sharps model made by Chialpa. 4570.
So first morning here at Rancho de Chavez, and we've already found one of the portions of the herd. There's about 150 head on here. One thing you're very unique about coming here, he's got a strain of white bison. They're more blonde than they're anything, but so beautiful. And about 800 yards out here, there's, we can see probably 25 or 30 of them right now. They're pretty cool. So when we do this hunt every year, we've usually got the ability to add a hunter or sometimes two And Tom Musso is one of our pro members, and he'd shown interest before that he wanted to kill a cow bison and really wanted the meat. So when I knew that we're going to have an opening, I gave Tom Musso and Tommy Hall a call and said, hey, you guys want to come down here and share in this experience? And they didn't have to think about it very long. They were down there and also going to shoot it with an old style sharp, so it's just a great experience to hang out with some of our members. And this option is usually available every year, so if you don't think you're ever going to draw that once in a lifetime tag, and this is something you want to do, this is a trip we're always on each and every year, and I'd love to share that time with our members. Go fill your freezer and be part of the show.
Go down.
They get very aggressive after an animal has been hit, so.
They'll charge.
Yeah, they'll
after
charge.
one's been hit. Yeah.
They'll charge us, so we have to be really careful.
They smell blood, they're trying to get that thing on its feet, and it gets them a little worked up. I mean, it's an agitator from that standpoint. If they flip the switch and start running, you're in trouble. And Big Tommy Hall is a good friend of mine, and I would never consider him super agile.
The safest tree, guys. It's the biggest tree. Let's get in this tree. Let's get in there. Get in that tree.
Tell you what, he climbed a pinyon juniper tree like nobody's business. I mean, he would have made a mountain lion cry how fast he got up that pinyon juniper tree. And once everybody was safe and all good, it was pretty funny and made for great entertainment. But everybody was on the edge of their seat for a little bit there, and I was wishing I had way more than a camera in my hand.
You're buffalo.
Dude, I'd say those buffalo were in trouble with those moves. But when he said get in the tree,
He didn't bullshit. Tommy gonna get in the tree.
To that spider monkey.
you didn't know I could move that fast, did you guys?
No.
That got hairy.
You put a freaking lion dog to shame.
Definitely wanted to experience with my son and great friends. Bucket list item just came a little sooner than normal. It was about a 2-month deal. Had a great friend make a sheath for me. I had everybody behind me rooting for me. I got a great place for all the meats going. Not an ounce is going to get waste. And from what they have here on the ranch, they say it's the best meat you'll ever get.
Steve Chavez runs this operation. It's his operation. He's built this ranch that his grandfather used to work on. We were able to come here a couple of years ago, do an evaluation. We've got a private herd of bison that are here, and this is low fence. I mean, they can come and go as they please, and they've actually broken down the fence and been in town 15 miles away before. And our hunt winner, he actually had a death in the family, and this thing is booked a year plus in advance. We come do this, we basically pay for somebody to come here and shoot a monster trophy bison. So with short notice, we tried to get somebody to come here and buy the hunt, but basically what we're gonna do, we'll have our hunt winner come next year. I get to be the hunter. This doesn't happen very often, but the bison is very near and dear to my heart. It reminds me of, it's America. It's what this country was founded on, running the plains, and the Native Americans hunted them, and it's pretty special. I was fortunate enough to draw a tag once before on the Book Cliffs, and I've never had something hit me so emotional. It gets me right now, talking about what these animals are. So it's a privilege for me to be able to be here and do this hunt. We've already able to kill a cow this morning, and the bull we're after is a really big one. Let's go find him. When you're looking at these bison in these herds, their protection is of a herd animal, and they're willing to charge you at any given time. And I don't think their eyesight's overly tremendous, So you stand behind bushes and everything, but these things are huge. I mean, a big giant bull of this caliber is probably 2,000 pounds, and it's a little intimidating when you've got a gun that's shooting out at about 1,500 feet per second. Nobody else in the group has got a gun. If you don't make a good shot and drop them, you could very well find yourself being charged.
What a pig.
They should go ahead and pick up his head. There's absolutely none of that. That head, the way it weighs, as big as this guy is probably 200 pounds a head. Steve said pushing 2,000 pound animal, period. This is pretty majestic. Our winners are gonna get a chance to come here at Rancho de Chavez every year and hunt a bull of this caliber. So tell me it's not worth being a pro member. $297 a year. Every 10 days we're gonna give away something great, and this is pretty special. I mean, you just don't get to hunt the American bison very often. Tags are very limited, hard to come by, but this is something that Steve manages this herd, and he's invited us to be able to be here each and every year. So Steve Chavez is the quintessential host, and he really has all the toys, all the bells and whistles you can possibly imagine. And for a guy that runs so many businesses, it's unbelievable. And when he gets on his ranch, it's like hanging out with your buddies, and we're just gonna go play with the toys and have fun. There's nothing that's not great, and it's a reason we wanna go back there each and every year. So if this is something that's on your ultimate bucket list and you're not a member at ProMembershipSweepstakes.com, make sure you sign up today. We will have a cap of 2,500 members, and we're creeping up on this by the day. So once we get to our cap, you'll no longer have an opportunity to be a member unless somebody gets out. And if you want to go shoot one of these big giant guys and let me pay the tab, make sure you're a member.
This episode of Sportsman's News Television is brought to you by the Sportsman's News Pro Membership Sweepstakes, where everyone hunts and fishes like the pros. Sitka Gear, Browning, Outdoor Edge Knives, Alps Outdoors, and Sportsman's Warehouse.